Hi, I'm Dan, we're Rapidvans, and this is the all-new Maxus E Deliver 3, a brand new commercial vehicle platform from SAIC, that's Shanghai Automotive Industry Corporation. The guys who used to be LDV have now made a really respectable brand here, okay? Now that's in part thanks to the fact that they're selling well over 7 million vehicles a year, thanks to partnerships like VW, General Motors, and even Iveco, okay? Now, coming around this vehicle, it is a little bit of an odd size there, quite a bit bigger than a Transit Connect, for example, your small van, but quite a bit smaller than a mid-size van like a VW Transporter there. But like I said, that shouldn't take away from the fact it's an electric vehicle, and that's what it's really all about there. Now, it has got some quite quirky styling features. The first thing I always notice on this van is the fact it's got that quite chopped look, okay? Like those old American hot rods there, really gives it that low look. Steel wheels on these ones, but again, shouldn't take away from the fact it is electric and it's a van, and we should be embracing this now. Coming around to the rear of the vehicle, now, really well spec'd considering it does look like a very basic van. You have got rear parking sensors, reversing camera, and this is the large battery version, okay? So this is the 52 kilowatt hour version, range of around 150 miles, but we'll get into that later. Stepping into the back of this van, you can really see how in between it is, okay? First of all, you've got your 60/40 split barn doors there. Now, still not quite tall enough to stand up in the back. As you can imagine, I did just hit my head there. But if you come and take a closer look, this is exactly how it comes from the factory, okay? Maxus fit them out with these white clean floors, these tie-down points to make it nice and useful. And let's be honest, for the back of a van, this could be the end of ply lining. Now, size shouldn't matter, okay? For couriers, motor factors, even those who just want to take their electric bike down to the park, this is absolutely perfect. Now, the build quality of these Maxus is quite an important thing. I do have a fact sheet here. Now, the Maxus is built with a combination of an aluminum monocoque chassis, which, let's be honest, isn't that all uncommon these days for any vehicle. But this is paired with composite plastic panels. Now, this is to reduce weight. As we all know, EV batteries are notoriously heavy. So what they've done is they've reduced the weight of the vehicle to increase your payload. Now, compared to something, let's say, like a Connect. Connect will carry 795 kilos, and a payload area of 3.2 cubic meters, however much that is. The Maxus, on the other hand, being this in-between kind of vehicle, this has got a payload capacity of 905 kilos and a payload area of 4.8 cubic meters. It's just more. Now, stepping inside the E Deliver 3, you'd be forgiven for thinking it wasn't a well-spec'd modern city car, okay? You've got all your mod cons, aircon, Bluetooth, cruise control, this 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system, okay? And you've even got your steering wheel controls for the lot too. My one gripe has got to be there's no physical controls for the radio. Everything is done by touchscreen or the steering wheel. Now, as with anyone talking about EVs, what do they always say? What's the 0 to 60? And this van's not any different. It does have a decent time there. But I suppose the only way you'd find out would be to be irresponsible and try and do it. So let's do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, it picks up quite well. So that's 30, that's 40, and then it starts to struggle, which is such a shame, and we're gonna come to a speed bump, and that is 60. Pretty nippy until you get to about 40, and then you can realise that it's not one of those top-end EVs, unfortunately. Driving an electric vehicle is a bit of a change of lifestyle. You can't go in and expect it to work like a petrol car would, okay? Now, let's be honest, most people's journeys aren't over 100 miles, so 150 miles of range isn't going to make that much difference to most people and most businesses. Now, the good thing about this is, especially on towns and cities, not so much on the motorways, you can use what's called regenerative braking, and the E Deliver 3 has 3 modes of regenerative braking. And all it does, I'll show you right now, is when you come off the gas or the throttle, you feel that braking force, and that's recharging your batteries, giving you that extra range. It's nothing compared to something like a Tesla or other modern EV passenger vehicles, but for an electric van, I don't think it's doing too bad. This is an electric commercial vehicle, something you pop out and deliver sandwiches in, and it feels like this. I don't think it's too bad. Now, we all know the EV charging infrastructure in the UK is getting better. All you do is pop a place like this, pop the cap open, see, easy, and then you just fill out one of these machines. It's just as easy filling it up at your home or business, and it's about £6 for a full charge. Now, we all know that electric vehicles have one major flaw. All this infotainment is going to drain that precious range from your battery. But I'll let you in on an industry secret. Maxus have solved it. Come here. Come closer. Come closer. One button. See? Perfect. Big winter wear when it's cold out, or shorts and t-shirts when it's warm. Sorted. Realistically speaking, conservative use of your aircon and your heating isn't going to sap all of the range out your battery instantly. And I think Maxus have thought of this, in all fairness. They've got a whole 2 settings on their heater controls, on and off. All in all, I think Maxus have done a fantastic job with this little EV here. Considering what it was being an LDV back in the day, they have really done a fantastic job. And considering this is an electric vehicle and one of the first commercial electric vehicles on the market, I think the other manufacturers have got their work out of them.